Well, Nigel Farage is absolutely dominating this election campaign. You'd have to take my word for it. In fact, you can look at reports that we've just seen from the likes of The Guardian and Sky News. Before I get to that though, very interesting to note today, rather than narrowing the polls, you're actually seeing the Conservatives still declining, down 4 with Ipsos. That's the joint record lowest share for the Tories since the 1970s, and Reform UK up 6 there to 15%. That's the highest level of support they've been at with Ipsos. Certainly something you're going to see far greater scrutiny of after this election, I suspect, is this ridiculous first past the post voting system, something Nigel is already talking about, has been talking about for a while, the need for reform of the voting system. But look, meanwhile, Nigel upsetting all the right people, once again, winning news presenter of the year. That's the second year in a row. And talking about the need to cut payments to France as they continue shadowing migrants across the Channel. And Rishi Sunak's pledge, of course, to stop the boats. Instead, he's given the French huge amounts of money. And we see now 50,000 people crossing since he became Prime Minister. The Stop the Boats pledge has been completely and totally broken. But just look at these numbers in terms of the enthusiasm for Nigel and for the reform campaign. First of all, The Guardian reporting there, Farage outperforming all other UK parties and candidates on TikTok. You see there, the Reform leader's personal account having more engagement and views on average than any other candidate, as well as the main channels of other parties. And Farage's TikTok account there posting the highest performing content and easily beating Labour on a per video basis by 30%, and the Tories by more than double. And this is what's really exciting now, is that you do have social media allowing parties, allowing the likes of Nigel to bypass conventional mainstream media. You also have, when you look at Facebook now, one party, as the Sky reports goes there, dominating social media. Reform UK have had the highest number of social media page interactions. You see a professor at the University of Sheffield there saying, despite being one of the smallest and least formally organised parties, Reform has dominated on Facebook in terms of organic interactions. They're saying this could be put down to the parties having different numbers of followers, but Reform and Labour have nearly identical numbers of page followers, suggesting that Reform is having greater success in getting a response. And just consider this in the stats, Reform seeing the most page growth, the Tory party way behind, ranking posts on the amount of love reactions they got. Nigel there, the most popular so far with nearly 12,000 loves, and 16, quite phenomenal this, 16 of the top 20 most loved posts have been from Nigel Farage. So I think that shows you the enthusiasm, the momentum behind the Reform campaign. Nigel, as I said, upsetting the establishment once again as we approach election day. Let me know what you make of all of that in the comments below, please, guys. We'll, of course, keep bringing you all the latest on this and more. So please do whack this video a quick thumbs up. And, of course, as ever, cheers for watching.